Hey everybody, welcome to the newest edition of Talk O'Clock. It's been another week, so a couple of things happened that I just would like to tell you about. Starting off with the art piece that I published this week. It's called Identity, and I'm gonna put the link to the video about that picture in the descriptions and just link it so that you can have a look at it. And as you can see in the video, I kind of struggled a bit at like the middle part of it. I very much like to paint portraits because I find the human face very interesting. Every face is different, tells another story. Just the expression on human faces there, so diverse and mostly beautiful to me. But when I paint a self-portrait like I did in this week's painting, I do, of course, struggle a bit because, well, I paint myself and I might see my face different from, well, I don't want to call it reality, but from what other people see in my face. So I did leave out the jawlines, the ears, and the neck and everything. It's just really the face, and it's blending into the background like kind of a foggy way of painting. So I found that very difficult because I usually, when I paint a portrait, I start with the jawlines and with the forehead. And this time I had to start with the eyes and the nose and paint from like outward, so and not to make it too big or too thin. That was kind of a struggle, but I think I pretty much did a good job there. Also, the picture itself represents what I think we see of the true identity of a person when we meet them. And the like I say in my blog for the painting, I think that everybody on this planet wears a mask in public and hides the true self because it is not redeemed, beautiful, or acceptable, valuable in society. And I talk about that a bit more in my blog. But to make that point, I made a cardboard mask for the picture that I put on, and I consciously made the mask very bright and innocent with a pinkish color, while the face is black and white. And I think it is a nice contrast, and thinking about identity and how we present ourselves in society, I thought that this harsh difference between the face and the colorful mask was just fitting. However, what I found interesting and did not really plan but liked the outcome was that although the face is black and white and the eyes are just black and white, and you have this colorful, really bright mask put onto the eye section, the eyes, I think, strike even more. When you look at the picture, it's like the eye catcher. How funny, the eyes are the eye catcher. So I did not plan that, but I liked the outcome. Other than that, I did this week's art journal, and I'm gonna do the February edition of my art journal vlog next week, probably Monday or Tuesday, but I think I'm gonna upload it on Tuesday because it's the last Tuesday of the month, and I try to put it up there. So I did this week's art journal page 2, and it's different style-wise, but you'll see that in the other vlog. Additionally, I did make some hair clips for my niece. It's carnival season in Germany. So my little sweet niece is gonna dress up as a princess with a pink dress and everything. And she does not really like any Alice bands. So I made her some clips in pink, of course, with some nice heart shapes and some glitter on, and I made a heart-shaped storage box for her so that she can store them away whenever she's not wearing them. So that was that art-wise. The week was overly filled with board games. On Sunday night last week, after I made the last vlog, we had gaming night with our friends, and we played the first challenge of the extension box of Legends of Andor, which was the Family Game of the Year 2013. And we also played, and it went really well. We won and we had fun and it was good and everything. So the second game that we played was Dixit. And I've wanted to play this game for quite a while now because I had seen it on tabletop, and I love the artwork and the concept of the game, how it plays. And we tried it out last Sunday, and I really loved it. So this is, I'm not gonna go into the game too deep now because I have a ton of games on my list. You can't see anything. And I just want to tell you what we played, and over the next weeks I might get into the mechanics and what I liked about certain games a little deeper. So we played Dixit and loved it too. The rest of the week, my husband and I finished the Mice and Mystic chapters, and we all won them, although we had the challenge that both of us rolled very well for our adversaries and poorly for our own characters. So there were one or two occasions where we did not perform very well. But we finished the book, and we're now waiting for the extension packs to come out in German because we started the game with the German version, so we'd like to go on with the German one. After we had the Mice and Mystic challenges completed, we started or restarted Zombicide, the first season. Oh gosh, my nose. The first season, or the first pack. And we had played 3 challenges before, so we played challenge 4 and 5 this week, and we both won them too. We struggled a bit with the 4th challenge. 2 of Daniel's characters died to protect my characters. I always play the 2 ladies, Amy and Wanda is my favorite character in that game, so if you know the game, you might know why I like her. We're probably gonna play the next challenges during the next week. Also, we played 1 or 2 rounds of Hanabi, which was another game of the year 2013. It's a card game. It's not competitive. You all play against the game, and you are in a village, and you have to make fireworks to please the gods. And you have 4 to 5 cards in your hand, but you don't see what's on your cards because you hold them with the back to you, and the other person has to tell you with certain clues which cards are in your hand, and then you have to make a firework, which is like there's 5 colors and a joker color, and every you have completed the firework when you have the cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that certain color put in a row. Then you made a firework and get points and whatnot. So and you cannot speak to the other person or give them any other clues other than you tip in a card in their hand and saying this is a blue card, and you have to tip all the blue cards, or this is a 1, and then you have to tip all of the 1s in that person's hand, and you only have a certain number of clues that you can give. So it's you can't play this game when you're tired or unfocused, because then you just lose, and it's kind of exhausting to play it, because after 2 rounds your brain is just like, so only played that for two rounds maybe. Today, no, it's Sunday already, so yesterday we had this week's gaming night, and we played Dominion, the first edition, and we had like 3 rounds of it, and I won 2 of them. I was really good this time, which is quite the surprise. But I guess I had the advantage that only my husband knew the game. The other 2 guys that we gamed with did not know all the mechanics, and so I had an advantage there. But I'd have to say I only played Dominion, all of the extensions, with my husband only, so a 2-player game, and it's quite different from the 4-player game that we played last night. So it was a lot quicker, and it did not target a specific other person with whatever card you play. So we already decided in our group that we're gonna play a lot of more Dominion, so I might go into that in later weeks. Also, we played Trains and Stations. We bought that at the board game fair last year in October. It's in Essen. It's rather big and quite well known in the world. And I really like the game. It's 3 to 5 players, and you have to build trains all over the US, and have to build farms or coal mines or hotels on the railroad tracks too. They give you extra points, and then whomever has the most victory points wins. So it's a dice rolling game, and it was really fun last night. It was just a nice thing. So I think we're going to play this game again soon with the guys too. The week is over. It's Sunday morning, 7 a.m. The sun is just coming up. I have the window like there, and the sun is coming up. So I haven't been in bed yet. Once that vlog is uploaded, I'm gonna go for a nap, and then tonight I think we have a last gaming night for this week, because next week I'm rather busy, and there are 2, maybe 3 nights that I think I can't game because I have work to do. But I'm gonna tell you all about that in next week's vlog. I'm gonna show you the sun coming up. Hold on. Let me take a picture of the sun coming up. My house. So let's see if you can see that. So this is what it looks outside. Sun is just coming up in front of my office, and it's beautiful orange sky out there, and there's no cloud in the sky, so this is gonna be a beautiful day here. Anyway, random part of this week. I did not do a lot because I was occupied with artwork stuff and gaming, but we have a little celebration today. On Sunday we completed the 30 days of the introduction into the paleo diet. So we did cut off any sugar, carbohydrates. I'm really tired. And milk sugar for 30 days. And cleaned out the system. And we both lost between 4 and 5 kilos in these 30 days. So we can really see the first results pretty quickly now, and we really like the recipes that we tried out, and we definitely will be staying with this food style, and I'll keep you updated on how it's progressing. But we're celebrating tonight. Yay! Other than that, the only kind of interesting thing I did, no, there's two things. There's two other things that I did. I'm a beta reader for a very good friend of mine. He's currently writing his first fiction novel together with a friend of him. And I'm one of the beta readers, and currently reading. It's like 6 chapters, which is something like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60 pages. I don't know how many I read, but it's good so far. I really like it. So that's what I did. And last night I had documentary night, whatever you want to call it. I watched 2 very good documentaries. On a very regular basis, I do watch BYOD, it's Bring Your Own Dog. It's a show that's on the Lip TV channel on YouTube, and I'm gonna link the 2 episodes that I really liked down below. And last year in September and October they had 2 films. The first one was Blackfish and the second one was Dirty Wars. They always invite the filmmakers and talk about how they came to make this documentary that they did and where you can see it and whatnot. And both of those filmmakers had said that they would put their films on iTunes. Funny enough, iTunes in Germany always takes a longer time to publish those movies, and they were on the store in the US October or November, and I had to wait until February. But finally they were up, so I watched them, because in the interview that they made on BYOD, it sounded really interesting. So I don't watch all of the documentaries that are on that show, but I always put down a note when there's a really good one or one that I'm really interested in, and whenever it becomes available in Germany, I'm watching it. So Blackfish is very famous in the States, and I think also in UK. I'm not sure about the rest of the world. It's about orcas in SeaWorld, and there have been a couple of deadly incidences in the past that have been covered up or tried to be covered up um, in the States by SeaWorld. And that documentary goes into that, and it's a heartbreaking and disturbing documentary because it shows you that money really rules the world, and money wins over conscience and empathy and respect and how you should treat nature, and that includes human beings. So that is a very interesting interview and movie. So I'm gonna link the interview below if you want to watch it. The other movie that I watched was Dirty Wars, and that is about secret actions in wars or non-official wars by the US, mainly in Afghanistan, Iraq, Somalia, Yemen. And the documentary shows a journalist that goes. He's a war journalist for quite a long time now, and he discovers a story and goes into it about civilian casualties in war zones or drone strikes and targeted attacks against certain people in non-war zones. And it's also a very disturbing movie, but in light of the recent events about how, in that case, the American government treats the human rights and liberties of their own citizens and foreigners, it's not really a surprise. I think that the states are not the only ones who behave in that way, so I'm not pointing fingers with my opinion on this one, but I thought it was a really interesting documentary about I can't talk. It's a really interesting movie, also showing that there is a humongous lack of respect for humanity. And I found the most disturbing thing in this movie I found was the excerpts from talk shows when they interviewed the journalists, the American talk shows, and all the famous faces there. It was cruel and it made me bang my head on the tables, just like, you SOEs, how can you treat a person that really has to tell a story like that and tell him right in the face that he's lying, although he has all the proof? I can't understand it. That culture of talk shows, being it news-related talk shows or like, I don't know, Bill Maher or John Leno and whomever. It really shows the level of disrespect and like smoky facade thing, it's just entertainment. There's no desire for truth and maybe turning society and the world into a better direction and holding governments of all countries on the world accountable. So it was really, it made me really angry to see those excerpts. I was not that pissed off with all the rest of the footage because it was treated with a certain kind of decency. But those journalists, I call them entertainers, making fun of a really serious issue with a well-researched topic with a decent and intelligent person in front of them, that was harsh. So anyway, if you want to look that up, I'm gonna put the link to the interview below. And meanwhile, it's both documentaries are even on the German iTunes store. So yeah, I did that, and now I'm gonna go to bed. I have to edit the video, have to upload it, and once that's done, I'm gonna go to bed, take a nap, sleep, and have Sunday afternoon waking up again. So anyway, yeah, I wish you all a very happy Sunday. I hope you had a good week and enjoy this fine day. I'm gonna see you on Tuesday on my art journal, or on Friday next week on my next painting video, or next Sunday on the next taco clock vlog, or on all 3 days, depending on you. So take care until then, have fun, see you, bye bye.